necessary. And beginning the questioning with Mr. James, in many parts of our country, we are experiencing more extreme weather events. The Midwest flooded last year, and in previous years, the West has been in extreme drought. How will the President's proposal to eliminate the consideration of climate change in infrastructure project development affect the core planning process? And there was a news article, Al Roker was showing, I don't know if anybody saw it, but the different catastrophes throughout the United States and the billions of dollars it's costing. So what do we do with that?
Ma'am, we're still learning, I think, along with many other things that we have to engineer in our country. We do engineer our projects and try to protect people based on the science of what the climate is doing. As I say, we're still learning, and I think that's because the scientific community is still learning. I had a discussion with NOAA, I guess maybe a month ago now, and they were trying to explain to me how they're improving their scientific forecasts, their analysis of climate change, and we use a lot of their data and expertise in what we do as far as the climate change and the scientific-based weather.
Well, the President's proposal to eliminate the consideration of climate change, how will that affect the Corps' work?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
President's proposal to eliminate the consideration of climate change in infrastructure project development, how will it affect the Corps' planning process?
I'm not sure how to answer that because regardless, unless ordered not to do so, we will continue to follow the science and address and build the projects for this country the way we've been doing, and it's based on science.
Thank you very much. General Semanite, the word of 2018 reauthorized the Corps Dam Safety Program, an important program for the nation and also to my district. How's the Corps ensuring the safety of its dam across the country? As you know, the Whittier Narrows Dam in my district is classified Dam Safety Action Classification 1, the highest. We're pleased to see the plus up for the Dam Safety 2020 and look forward to working with you on that.
Madam Chairwoman, again, we have been very, very impressed with the amount of dedication and money that Congress has given us to be able to augment the President's budget, and we want to make sure that that money goes against those most critical priorities. Dam safety is one of the highest ones we have. As you know, we rank all of our dams in those that are most dangerous. Whittier's Narrows is one of the most important ones we're focusing on. I can walk you through the mechanics, but we've got full approval of that. We've got contracts that are on board. We've got about $11 million coming in 20, more money coming in 20 for utility reposition. We are absolutely committed to continue to bring down any risk at Whittier's Narrows to be able to make sure that we can make that dam safe for the people that are affected by that area.
Thank you very much. General Semanite, we've received 17 chiefs reports since WERDA 2018. Can you talk about the process, the course process in assessing and completing chiefs reports, including environmental and feasibility reviews?
So chief's reports are very important. As you know, we used to have a very, very long process to go through this study phase to be able to culminate in a chief's report. And some of those went on. I know one that went on 17 years. We can't work like that as a nation. So we had a goal to be able to figure out how to streamline that. And we coined this 3-3-3, 3 years, $3 million. The bottom line is that we thought that should apply to most projects. There are going to be some that are going to be harder than that. So the Secretary and I have a very, very aggressive and basically a ruthless system. We ask all studies to be done within 3 years, but then we ask people to come back. If they really need a waiver for more money or more time, then we give it to them. We're very, very hard. They've got to come in front of almost like a murder board and prove to us they need more time. Right now, we are very aggressive on getting them done. The numbers I gave you, we're going to continue to stay on track, but it means that we've got to be willing to take 2 decimal points instead of 7 decimal points. We've got to be able to apply some degree of risk, not with life safety, but with process. And if you need 22 people to approve something, I bet you 3 or 4 could probably do it faster. That's our whole goal, is to streamline and give Congress the good enough solution so you can make an informed decision for things like WERDA without having to take so much time to come to the 100% perfect solution before we've even gone into planning and design.
Thank you. Can you talk about the Corps' role in forecast-informed reservoir operations and improving water conservation of the Corps dams in order to adapt to current conditions and meet the water and supply needs of local communities?
So we're excited about this, and in case there's some members that might not be fully informed, there were reservoirs that we actually built to be able to handle flood control, and they're dry all year long. So when there's a big storm, it can handle that load. We have found that sometimes, even in some of the worst storms, those reservoirs don't even come over 50%. So is there the possibility of putting more water in an already designed reservoir to handle some of the other very, very critical needs that you have asked us to take care of? Aquatic ecosystem restoration, habitat, water supply, water quality. So we're working very, very careful. Secretary James continues to reinforce that he's very, very worried about flood control. But this goes back to the ability where there are some areas of the country where we're able to predict 3 or 4 or 5 days out that a storm's coming. We're able to release some more water, so the capacity in that dam could be used for other things. That's what FIRO really goes through. We're still working our way through, but we see some great areas like in California where we see merit of using an already existing structure to be able to provide more water for this country.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Westerman, you recognize.